Yo, I'm out here doing some gun stuff because I was just shooting. Went to the range, fired off some corrosive ammo. This is an SKS. So I was explaining to my buddy how the blowback system works in this semi-automatic rifle. So basically, you got your trigger grip here, action up here, bolt, carrier, bolt, dust cover. I got an aftermarket mag wedge Picatinny rail on here with a red dot. You have your gas piston and gas tube, gas block, barrel. So basic function is trigger group. You pull the trigger, internal hammer strikes the back of your firing pin, which is this bolt face here that's propelled forward by the hammer, hits your primer, the bullet in the chamber goes off, your projectile, your bullet goes out the barrel, and before it leaves the muzzle, it hits the gas block. And some gas gets redirected back through this into your gas tube. Now I believe this is a short stroke gas piston system, and the AK has a long stroke. I might be mistaken, but whatever. For the purposes of this video, it doesn't really matter that much. This piston is passive, so it gets blown back by the gases before the projectile leaves the barrel. It stays in this gas tube. It then pushes on a secondary piston, which is retained and has a spring in it. Let's see if I can get this to go. So that hits your bolt carrier and gets thrown back. This is your recoil spring over here. It's retained by the dust cover and a pin that goes in here. This pin specifically. And then that throws your bolt carrier closed and chambers another round. When there's a magazine here and there's a round to pick up, your bolt grabs the next round and it slides up and into the chamber, and then you're ready to go again. And yeah, so I have this whole thing apart. You want to make sure this thing's good and cleaned up to shoot corrosive ammo through it. It's cheaper, but it's a pain in the ass. I actually just bought non-corrosive ammo. I'm just burning through the last of my corrosive ammo. So I use like a soap and water mixture. You get some warm water through the barrel, and then you're gonna run a ramrod with a brush on it with some dry patch. You just put it over it, and then you get it through. You want to make sure it's good and dry before you put it back together. Obviously, you lubricate it before you put it back together, but you want to make sure that all the parts are dry before you lubricate it. That's what I mean. Don't put it back together dry. Your gun will seize up and it won't be fun to shoot anymore. But this is, my basic understanding of how I do this. I have the original walnut stock. This is a 54 Russian SKS. It's actually matching numbers, which is kind of cool. I got the bayonet and the walnut stock. The mag wedge rail, though, it protrudes over where the stock would go, and I didn't want to butcher up the original stock because it's in pretty good shape. So the ATI stock is just a polymer plastic. I don't really care that much about it. It is what it is. So I should really clean that up because it looks like hell. But I guess I haven't cleaned it up in terms of those horrendous grooves, but also in terms of the residue that's on there from shooting it. I'll do that before I reassemble it. But yeah, the SKS. What a modern marvel of engineering in the 40s. Yeah. I hope you guys get something out of this video. Maybe I'll make some more gun-related videos and stuff like that. Cheers.